I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. How valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is a documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast.
All right, test 1, 2, 3. I want to see what the audio quality sounds like on this. Test 1, 2, 3, audio quality check. Okay, I just was checking the audio there. Dude, why does car Bluetooth do that shit? I was connected to my car's Bluetooth, that first part, the very beginning intro, and then all I did was turn my Bluetooth off on my phone, so I disconnected. Why is it different, though? Let me just speak how I'm speaking now. My phone's in the same spot, I don't understand that shit. The same with my AirPods. If I record with my AirPods, the quality is so ass. But I don't know. Bluetooth's weird as shit, bro. I don't even understand. What even is it? So that's the intro to the show. What's up? I had a thought today, wanted to share. It's a life-changing thought as far as like my daily routine and shit, or our weekly routine, I should say. But it's just a thought nonetheless. So, I've already started messaging people to see what can be done. I'm just curious. So the thought is, when I work FedEx, first of all, I love working FedEx. It's just something about it. It's just very enjoyable for me most of the time. I get very frustrated and very angry almost every time. But the net ROI of I get paid well. I never work 8 hours. It's always 5 to 7, I'll say. I don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. to go to work. And I get to be in the sun, and I get to be outside, get to exercise, and just kind of listen to music, do my own thing. So I like it. I really enjoy it. And the thought of leaving it makes me sad. But part of me thinks that I need to reevaluate how I spend my time as far as FedEx goes. FedEx makes good money. It's relatively easy. I don't want to say easy. It's very simple. But I'm thinking, what if I ditch FedEx altogether and go get a part-time sales job so that I can learn more about the thing that I need more experience in? Because I'm not good at sales. Well, I don't want to say that I'm not good at sales. I lack experience. And in the past, I lacked the confidence, discipline, and willpower to do anything that would get me in front of people. And then at that, I lacked every possible skill required to effectively talk to somebody, get them to see or inform them or whatever. And that's a huge reason why I failed so hard in the past, or why things didn't work out with certain avenues I wanted to take, because I was just being a pussy, period. Next question. So I had the thought, what if I did FedEx, got a part-time sales job for the sake of just learning more and putting myself in situations where I'm talking to people, I'm trying to sell them like a gym membership or something, I'm trying to help them. And since I would have the luxury of not needing to make that my income, like I wouldn't have that pressure of, hey, you got to sell 5 people a day, otherwise you got to mortgage your house. I wouldn't have that. So in the past, I for sure had that. I had the whole, holy shit, dude, I got to sell at least 4 people this week, otherwise I'm not going to be able to afford my car, and then I'm going to take out of savings. And, that was a big chunk of my life for a minute. But I'm proud to say that I'm no longer there. I kind of climbed 3 steps, and now I'm at this new level. I don't know. But so that was a thought. But financially, that's not the wisest decision, because with FedEx, I make about $210, we'll say, dollars per ship, and net, I should say. So that's cool. But no, not net. No, hold on. What am I thinking? No, gross. My bad. So take home, I don't know, 185 a day. Take home. I don't know, something like that. It could go up based on how many stops I have for the day, because it's paid that way per stop. It's a salary average, whatever. Anyway, so financially, it wouldn't make sense for me to go take a pay cut. Obviously, there's a quote: "Doesn't make financial sense to take a pay cut." End quote. Somebody document all the shit that I'm saying and make a little quote book that'll make me go viral, right? All the very guru-esque shit I've said. Taking a pay cut is financially stupid. Anyway, doesn't make sense financially, but as far as experience and gaining skills, absolutely makes sense. It makes the most sense right now, because if my goal is to sell products later, even if it is e-commerce, and even if it is all online, and even if it is ran through ads and marketing and stuff, where I don't actually talk to people face-to-face or on the phone, for now, I think it would still benefit me greatly, especially in the long term, and just generally with people skills and communication and everything, to get back in a position where I'm face-to-face selling things for no other reason than to just learn and to get better at what I just said. So communicating, talking to people face-to-face, selling a product, working on all the sales skills, And like I said, I wouldn't have to, there wouldn't be that pressure, that burden of I have to sell, I have to. And that kind of helps me, like I want to have that pressure to do well, but for me, it seems like for me, it's easier to learn when there's not that I have to or else kind of thing. But then again, I don't even think that's true, because there's been a handful of times in my life where it's been, okay, I have to do this, and I ultimately figure it out. I mean, it probably is brutal and it sucks, but I figure it out, and my life is better as a result. So I'm about to miss my exit right now. We're good. Did I take the wrong turn? No, we're good. My bad. I'm driving right now. Someone's gonna get pissed, but hey, it's like if someone was in the passenger seat and I'm talking to them, so fuck off. So I just don't know if there's positions available for part-time sales, because it would have to be, if I wanted to keep FedEx I could, but it would just have to be every Sunday, and I just don't know if there's any place that would hire me for once a week and on a Sunday. So that's one thing. But if I quit FedEx and I did weekends and every other Friday, I'm sure that would be much easier for me to find a position. I still think it would be difficult, but again, I don't know. So what I did today was I reached out to a couple people that I used to work with at the gym that I used to sell memberships at. It was very short-lived, and my attitude then was shit, and I actually quit that to do online coaching for fitness training online full-time. And again, attitude was shit, discipline was bad, and I didn't have any structured routines, and I was a pussy, so I didn't do anything sales. I just, So anyway, the point of all of what I'm saying is I would like to get back into that to learn and to progress as far as my skill set goes, because if I can get paid to learn, that's one of the most valuable things that you can have. So that's kind of a thought that I had today. Yes, doing so would slow down the goal of getting my first product with a supplement. It would probably slow it down quite a bit. But if I'm gaining skills in the meantime and I'm learning how to, hopefully this makes sense what I'm saying. But that was just a thought that I had, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to just figure out if it's even a possibility, because I mentioned, like I said, a couple people that I used to work with at a gym at EOS Fitness, and I'm going to see if they'll even let me work 2 days a week. I doubt it, but who knows? Worst they can say is no, and then I'll know. So that's kind of a thought. That's kind of where I'm at right now mentally. I was just thinking, because I was cleaning trucks today, dude, and I was like, this is fine. I'm making $33 an hour, and it's great, and it's fine, and I'm listening to podcasts, and it's great, and I'm learning. But I just need to take the next step for me and dive into something and learn some real tangible skills. You can listen to podcasts and audiobooks all day, but it's another thing to actually apply it and do it in real life. And that would only benefit me. And yeah, I'd probably fuck up a lot, but it would only benefit me in the long run. Learning how to talk to people more effectively, more efficiently, being able to persuade, being able to get your ideas across effectively, being able to share your thoughts or get somebody to see your point of view, without struggle or with, that's never going to be a bad thing. It's only going to be a net positive for the rest of my life. Same with sales, and I guess pretty much is sales, but, just being able to talk to people, period, is enough to want to pursue that. But if I'm getting paid as well, and obviously the pay wouldn't be near as good, because with FedEx, if I work a 6-hour day and if I don't go above my threshold for stops, which is 135, no matter what, I make $185. So 185 divided by 6 is $30.75. Is that what that is? $30.50? I don't know. $30 an hour. And so if I work, we'll just say 8 hours, but I have 200 stops, which is more realistic, then that would be an extra 65. So 250. So 250 divided by 8. So that's like 31. So I guess it's kind of the same. So anyway, if I'm making $31, $33, $35 an hour at FedEx, and then I go down to like 10 an hour at another place, but I get commission, we'll say maybe like, if I'm doing gym membership sales, it's probably like $10 as a membership. Let's say I sell, I don't know, let's say I sell 0, dude. That's quite a pay cut, and that slows down the big goal quite a bit. But it's kind of like I'm getting paid to learn, but if you want to look at it in the opposite way of that, I'm paying, because right now I'm making more money than I would be if I took that position. So if I took that position, I would take a pay cut, but I'd be learning more. So it's indirect. So if you want to look at it that way, I'm paying to learn. But at the end of the day, I'm working that job. They're paying me to do that job, but I'm learning to do that job. So I'm getting paid to learn. With FedEx, I'm not getting paid to learn. I mean, you could say podcasts and audiobooks too. That's quite a luxury. I don't think I'd have that if I worked in sales. I wouldn't have AirPods in my head. So there's quite a lot of trade-offs, but which do I value more? Learning the skills or having the money to, so many different thoughts going through my head, but that's kind of, it's the fun of the show, just sharing what's going through my head and kind of the decisions I'm making, how I ration what I should do or what I shouldn't do based on the goals and outcomes, blah, blah, blah. So I don't think I finished that thought. Yeah, so I'm sitting at FedEx, or I'm cleaning trucks today, and it's fine. But I just feel like I'm not doing as much as I could, And for me, this is probably one of the only things in my life that I actually really don't ever want to do, and that's to come down here and clean trucks. I just, fuck this, dude. I don't want to, For one, it's gross. Dude, the standard for the average FedEx driver is so low. It's so low, man. People just don't give a fuck, and it's absurd to me. So, I bought a mask so I can wear a mask and not get cancer while I'm cleaning these trucks. Who the fuck knows what's inside them, I mean, that's obviously a joke, but they're just so dirty. So, I don't know. Making the money, that's cool, but I'm not learning anything. Again, I'm listening to podcasts, so now I'm just repeating myself, but I'm just not doing as much as I could. I'm not squeezing as much juice out of the lemon as I can. So I don't know, it's just some thoughts I have. So anyway, that's the show, guys. Nothing more to say on that one. So, all right, peace.
Hey, thanks for listening, and a quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds, and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.